Hey guys, welcome to another video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the importance of not using social media for validation. I know it gets super easy and, I've definitely been victim of, posting a picture and always checking like how many likes do I have? Did this girl like my picture? Did that girl like my picture? And if they like it, you're going to be like super pumped. But if they don't, you're going to be disappointed. Or, a girl might like your picture and you slide in the DMs and, she curves you or whatever, or it doesn't end up working out. And I know one of the things I struggled the most with, would be I would post a picture on social media, Instagram, whatever, and a girl would like it. And so I could hit her up, trying to shoot my shot or whatever, and she'll curve me and then I'll post another picture and she'll like it. And that was something that I really didn't understand. And it was something that really upset me for a long time, because I just couldn't understand why, if a girl left me on red, she would still be liking all of my pictures. And I think it was just the fact that I didn't understand it at the time that I allowed it to really eat me up and, frustrate me. But as time went on, I really had to start to switch my mindset into understanding that, social media at the end of the day is just social media, to kind of take it, to not take it so seriously, and to kind of take it all as kind of a game. And once I started to do that, I started to understand that, okay, like this is actually just, it's, meant for entertainment. You know what I mean? And once I started to think like that, I started to notice that I had more fun, I guess, on social media, if that makes sense. Because the analogy that I kind of came up with was, it's almost like every time you go out, or every time you go to a party, or every time you go to the mall, you're expecting to meet a girl, or you're hoping to meet a girl. And, even if you're with your friends and you're having a good time, because you have that expectation in your head of, okay, I'm going to get 5 girls' numbers, or, I'm going to get at least 1 girl's number. All of a sudden, if, let's say for the sake of argument, you don't meet a girl that you vibe with like that, that night or whatever, and, you don't get any numbers, you're going to feel super disappointed. So even though you had a good night with your friends, because you placed that expectation of getting a girl's number and you didn't meet it, you're going to feel disappointed. And the same thing happens the other way. It could be one of those things where you're having a great time with your friends, and because you told yourself you were going to get a girl's phone number, now you get a girl's number that you're really not even interested in, but just for the sake of getting her number. And so it's like you're still going to be disappointed, because it's not going to be a girl's number that you wanted necessarily. It was just one of those situations where you figured, what the heck, I guess I may as well. And I feel like that's, it's just as bad. But once I switched my mindset into, okay, it's, if I'm going out with my friends, or if I'm, going to the mall, I'm really just trying to have a good time. And if I meet someone, like, that's an added bonus. But I don't want to go into the night with the expectation of, okay, I'm going to get 2 numbers, 3 numbers, or 4 numbers, whatever the case may be. Because before, with that analogy, I had been victim to that way too many times, where I had gone out and I had the expectation of meeting, or getting 3 or 4 girls' numbers, and maybe I got 1, or maybe I didn't get any girls' numbers, and so I'd end up feeling super disappointed. Or I would get, even if I got 3 girls' numbers, and let's say, 2 of them curved me, and so I'd still feel disappointed, because I'd still feel like, okay, well, I got these 2 girls' numbers and they both left me on red. So instead of focusing on, well, wow, like, I went out with my friends, it was super good to see them, I had a great time, instead of me thinking about the night like that, I'd be thinking about it from the standpoint of, man, like, I can't believe these 2 girls rejected me. I wonder why that happened. Was it something I did? Was I being awkward? Whatever the case may be. And yeah, so with social media, once I kind of understood that, I would kind of post pictures, and if, a person liked it or whatever, cool. If I hit them up and they didn't respond, that's cool too. I just learned to stop trying to overanalyze all that stuff and kind of just go with the flow. And, you know, once I started doing that, it definitely made things a whole lot easier, you know, because certain things I do feel like in life aren't necessarily meant to be understood. You know, you could meet someone and things could be going super well 1 minute, and all of a sudden, boom, like she ghosts you, or all of a sudden things just take a turn, you know, for the worse, and things have to end. So yeah, once I learned to kind of say, okay, you know, this is just social media. I'm just out here to check out what my friends are doing, post some stuff every once in a while, but not to read too deep into it, and not to overthink into, oh, well, this girl liked my picture, what does that mean? Or this girl liked my picture, what does that mean? My bad, guys. I had technical difficulties. But yeah, you know, that's once I learned to stop over analyzing things into, oh, well, you know, she liked my picture, he liked my picture. I learned to really just say, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, if I feel like shooting my shot, I can. If I don't, that's okay too. But either way, once I learned that it really wasn't that serious, and I learned to stop kind of over analyzing what I posted and how I posted it, I started to have a lot more fun on social media. And yeah, so that's why, you know, I wanted to make this video, just to let you guys know to, you know, treat social media kind of like a party. And you don't necessarily go to a party in hopes or expect to necessarily meet girls or whatever. You know, you usually go to a party with the expectation of just having a good time. And I think social media should be looked at the same way. You know, you really just have that expectation of having a good time. And obviously, if something comes from that, if something comes from social media, or something happens at a party, that's cool. Of course, it's an added plus, but that's not your primary reason, you know, for doing that. And yeah, I feel like once you adopt that mindset, it'll just make social media a lot more fun for you. You know, you'll stop putting added, you know, pressures on yourself to, you know, to get this girl to respond, or to get, you know, whatever, to get X amount of numbers or Snapchats or whatever. And yeah, you guys, so, you know, that's just my overarching message is, you know, to treat social media like a party, and, you know, to just focus on having a good time on there and enjoying yourself. And obviously if something happens, cool, but if nothing happens, then, you know, that's cool too. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.